The Prime Minister confirmed the government was preparing for no deal with the European Union if Brexit talks fail. Mr Redwood insisted the move was correct from Britain, as the European Union were not showing signs of wanting to respond warmly to offers made by the UK. Speaking on Sky News, the Conservative MP was enraged at Brussels for not discussing a future trade relationship with Britain. He said, "My view is that the Prime Minister was absolutely right to spell out in Prime Minister's questions today that the government is putting a lot of money into planning for no deal." Getty Sky News. John Redwood raged at the EU for not starting post-Brexit trade talks with the UK. "We will continue to put the money in that is needed. We will be ready on March 2019 to leave with no deal if we do not make progress in the talks. Of course the government would like to make progress in the talks, but we are still in the position where the EU still won't even talk about one of the main topics, which is, of course, our future trading arrangement. We have to make sure they work smoothly, even if the EU won't talk to us about them." The EU is not showing any signs of wanting to respond warmly to the generous and positive offers and suggestions of the Prime Minister, so it is only prudent for the UK to get on and prepare for all contingencies, as the Prime Minister says she is going to do. The European Union said that it would not discuss trade talks with the UK until the issues of the Irish border, divorce settlement and EU citizens were resolved. Michel Barnier, the EU's chief Brexit negotiator, claimed the EU would not move on to begin trade talks until sufficient progress had been made. David Davis, the Brexit secretary, has numerously told the EU to be more flexible in its approach to trade talks. The Chancellor has criticised spending money preparing for no deal. "We will be ready on March 2019 to leave with no deal if we do not make progress in the talks." John Redwood, writing in The Times. Philip Hammond said Britain will have a bright future beyond Brexit because the fundamentals of our economy are strong and will serve us well in years to come. But to unleash that potential, we must be honest about the near-term challenges and exchequer. It is my duty to be realistic about these challenges, and to carefully navigate the economy through this process in a way that protects our jobs, supports our businesses, underpins the prosperity of working families, and secures our public finances for decades to come. I also need to ensure that we are prepared for all outcomes, including a no-deal scenario. The government and the Treasury are prepared. Wednesday, September 13, 2017. "We are planning for every outcome and we will find any necessary funding, and we will only spend it when it's responsible to do so." Speaking in the House of Commons, the Prime Minister reiterated the UK could still walk away from the Brussels bloc without a deal. Mrs May insisted the UK was not ramping up a no-deal scenario and were actively working to get the best deal for Britain.